Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Tone's Market Analysis for Friday. What is it? November 3rd, I believe. I have a maximum of about 20 minutes because I got a car coming to pick me up because I'm going to the airport. I'm flying out from Kiev, Ukraine to San Francisco to attend the Scaling Bitcoin conference, and then I'm off to Washington, D.C. And I figure since I'll be on planes for the next 20 plus hours, I mean, I'm literally flying to the opposite side of the world. I think there's like almost a 12-hour difference between the two. People in New York are probably asleep. It's 1:30 in the morning in New York. I figure it's maybe like 11 o'clock on the west coast of the US. Asia is good, and Europe, you guys are just waking up. So a good time to do a very short market analysis. I'm going straight to screen share, and then let's see what I can get through. All right. Of course, this is my Learn Trading section of my website. Please check this out. The section you're probably most interested for is this one right here, number 6, time analysis. I'm really tired of answering the question, what the hell are those numbers above the candlesticks? So go ahead and check that out. And if you do want to reach out to me, please click the consulting button, and that will give you all the information you need. All right, I'm going to do very quickly traditional markets only because a couple of people are really interested because it matters to their retirement fund. Here is the monthly chart of the market analysis. And as you can see, I am 1 month ahead of Wall Street on my 9s. I do have this red arrow here. The month of November has just begun, so we don't know where it's going yet. There was an amazing tech earnings season, but I think once that dies down a little bit next week, there might be some pullbacks in the market. Here's the weekly chart. The reason I think this is because of the monthly 9-13 perfected sells that are happening right here. This is a bit of a reversal candle. And on the daily, I've been looking for a reversal candle. This was almost it today. Like if we would have closed all the way down here, this would have been perfect because someone pointed out to me, I'm gonna, you know what, do I have the ticker for the future? Yes, I don't. Anyway, I don't have time to pull up the futures market, but in the futures market, there was a huge daily shooting star candle, which is the reversal candle I was looking for on the daily. So the day has already closed. We still have Friday coming up. So let's see how tomorrow goes or today goes. You know, we're still about 8 hours away from opening in the US. So, but I am looking for the markets to top a little bit still. I would be very careful with the stock market over the next couple of weeks, and then we'll see. Here's Bitcoin chart. Now, Bitcoin, again, I may adjust the code in this indicator when I get home in mid-November, or at least add an additional version of it that matches the one Wall Street has, because they would skip this candle and they would skip this candle. This 9 is in line with Wall Street. This 9 is one candle ahead. That means that this line is 2 candles ahead. So I am looking for a top somewhere in this area. So it's either this month, next month, or the month after that. I know it seems weird that I'm saying there is a Bitcoin high coming in over a 3-month period, but remember, this is the high as an accumulation of the move from $200 up, all right? And this is what I mean when I say this is not the time to look for long-term entries in Bitcoin. This is the time to look for a long-term exit in Bitcoin and then possibly get back in at a lower level, hopefully not this low, all right? But who knows? Who knows, right? I mean, I take this one video at a time. So in the current video, I am looking for a market top in Bitcoin somewhere later this year, all right? Maybe even in a couple of weeks. Let's see how it goes. Here's the weekly chart. This arrow is gonna run out. So I'm gonna wait a few more days before I draw my next arrow. Probably after the scaling events, I'll start drawing it in. By the way, I'll be so busy the next 2 to 3 days. You may not. I made up for. Like I haven't slept actually. I've been up all night. It's I think it's 7:40 in the morning here right now. It's 7:40 in the morning here right now. Those of you that have been watching Twitter, I've been tweeting all night, right? So I haven't slept. I'll sleep on the airplane. And so I don't know if I'll be doing any videos. I don't know if I'll be doing any pricing updates over the next 48 hours or over the next even more than that, like 72 hours, right? Because I'll be flying for a day and then I'll be at scaling for 2 days and I'll be, I'd rather talk to Gregory Maxwell and Peter Willa and that I'm back than, look at the Bitcoin price, right? Because I'm a buy and holder. So you guys are really on your own there. But anyway, like this 13 on the weekly, it's not scaring me. It's not scaring me for the main reason is that this is a 5 and it's not a reversal candle. So until I start seeing reversal candles and until, like, if this was more of an 8 or like a 1 or a 2, then sure, I would take this 13 seriously, but I'm using the setup as more critical than the countdown, all right? So this 13 doesn't scare me, and weekly chart, I'm still looking for more upside. Here's the daily. So last time I did this video, which was less than 24 hours ago, I added an additional set of arrows because we went up so much and so fast yesterday and the day before that I felt that going into the 5th of the month, where I expected a short-term daily high, it was going to be higher than what I initially expected, right? So once we started to go up, I adjusted it higher because I'm using time, not price, to time my tops. And then a bit of a pullback, and then way up to the upside, right? And then top somewhere around the fork. Please watch yesterday's video where I talked about the possibility of a sell-off happening before the fork, all right? And on my next video, probably in a couple of days, I'm going to talk about what happens if the 2x agreement doesn't happen at all. What happens if they don't hard fork? And the big question people have for me, am I still expecting a Bitcoin sell-off if there is no 2x hard fork? And the answer is yes. The short answer is yes. The long answer, I'll try and remember and talk about it in the next video, okay? Like, as of right now, I am looking for a correction in Bitcoin to take place somewhere in the middle of November, whether the hard fork is bad or the hard fork is not existent or the hard fork goes smoothly. It doesn't really matter. My charts are calling for a top in mid-November. They would have been calling for a top of mid-November, regardless of the fact that there is a hard fork going on, all right? Here's the 4-hour chart. So the 4-hour chart seems to be conflicting with everything else, right? And this is the little dilemma that we have. Well, not the monthly, right? So here is the weekly, and the weekly is saying 4 more weeks of upside, right? But though I'm expecting a top in 2 weeks, so it's going to get a little tricky. It's going to get a little weird with my charting, okay? Because the weekly is saying 4 more weeks of upside, but the hard fork is coming in about 2 weeks, okay? Now the daily is saying a short-term top in 2 days, so a short-term top this weekend, and then one more top in about 9 to 10 days, right? So in about 2 weeks. And we'll see. Maybe maybe I'll extend it, okay? Like, we'll see. We'll see what happens, right? Now, the 4-hour chart has a reversal candle right here. And once again, because my 9 immediately turned into another 9, I am 1 candle ahead, giving myself a 1 candle heads up on a 9. So I have my 9 here. The official Wall Street indicator has a 9 there. on a reversal candle. So the 4-hour chart is still telling me that we could be facing a correction over the next 24 hours, right, or over the next 16 hours or whatever, right? This candle still has 2 hours to go. But my short-term chart, this happens to be a 45-minute chart, only because I was like tweeting it out. It gave me really, it was just like neat looking, right? Had this triangle breakout, and I've been tweeting all this out all night long, all right? So the 4-hour chart is bullish. It went bullish off of these lines. The initial breakout out of the triangle was right here. That's your first chance to buy in. The breakout above this line is your second chance to buy in. It even came back and kind of tested this breakout fairly well. It can even fall back down to 7,000, and it would be considered a back test before it goes higher. So the 45-minute and the 1-hour charts are bullish. And you flip this to a 1-hour chart. Let me see what the 1-hour looks like. All right. So the 1-hour and what happens on a 30-minute chart? Yeah, not bad. So, oh wow, look at that. So there was a 9 right here on a 30-minute chart, and there was a 9 buy right here on a 30-minute chart. So, hey, if you use 30-minute charts, you probably timed this really well. And this trend line looks really, really good. All right, and again, I've been just tweeting all this out nonstop all night. All right, so just go to my Twitter and check that out. I'm gonna go back to the 1-hour chart. All right, so the 1-hour chart is bullish. Oh yeah, there's the high. Okay, so we just had we've had 2 1-hour closing highs that were higher than all previous highs. So I know we got out of control a little bit in the crash right after my video yesterday, but whatever, shit happens. I can't predict idiots market selling, or I can't predict some guy doing a huge short position in the futures market and then crashing the spot market to profit more money from the futures market. All right. In any case, so my 1-hour chart is bullish. My 4-hour chart is actually short-term bearish. Now, this also gets a little bit weird because this looks like my 4-hour chart is super bearish, but it's really not. I'm going to adjust these. I'm not going to adjust that one, but I'm certainly going to adjust that one. I don't think we're going to fall that much, guys. I really don't. I just don't think we're going to fall that much. Even if we even fall here, everything is just super bullish, like daily and weekly and hourly. Everything is super bullish. I mean, look, even B-Trash is bullish, for God's sakes. I don't know. I can't explain this stupidity. I mean, if maybe some people are confusing. Maybe some people think that if they buy B-Trash, they're going to get hard fork SegWit2X coins. I mean, I don't know what these people are telling people in Korea, what these people are telling people in Japan. I have no idea. All right. But those of you that have been watching my Twitter the last 24 hours, I don't think I've ever tweeted this much in 24 hours. Here's my tweet about Bitcoin Cash. And I'm not actually joking, right? I'm being half trollish, right? I expect Bitcoin Cash to go to 0. You can probably make money on Ponzi schemes. I mean, even your Venezuelan bolivar, I don't believe is going to 0. I believe it has a little bit of value, and they are gonna, restructure their currency, because the question was, what are you looking at for the next 20 years? So I think that even something like Venezuelan bolivar will have some kind of a value in 20 years, because the country is going to restructure and people are going to, their currency is going to get converted into something. I don't believe B-Trash is going to be around in 20 years, right? There'll be some form of Zimbabwe dollar in 20 years. Hell, OneCoin will probably still be around, because they're actually suing people that are calling them a scam. BitConnect probably won't, right? The DAO is still around. B-Trash is just garbage. But hey, it's going up. You want to make money, go and trade it. All right. Once again, I had to explain to people this. I was talking about no trade zones, right? I mean, this is what I tweeted out, this chart. It was forming the triangle. And like, you just don't know which direction it's going to break out. You just don't, right? But once it breaks out, you can then jump in and buy into the breakout. And if it breaks down, you either need to sell or you can short and profit from the short. I believe I tweeted this out. Where's my triangle? Oh, okay, they're different. Yeah, and then it immediately broke out, right? Then boom, like within like 10 minutes of my tweet, it like broke out. Like I barely got the tweet out in time. And people asked, well, what do I think about the symmetric triangles? Usually I consider symmetric triangles as 50-50, whether they go up or they go down, okay? That's how I usually consider symmetric triangles. But in this case, I was actually very bullish on this particular symmetric triangle because it was coming in into the top, and my daily is bullish and my weekly is bullish. So I was leaning bullish. And by statistics, you can see that they're bullish. Now, also notice in this picture right down here at the bottom, when you have a triangle breakout, very often it pulls back to the tip of the triangle. And that's kind of what's happening right now. You know, we broke out of the triangle, and now we're pulling back into the tip of the triangle, and then we bust out to the upside, right? But it looks like it's possible that this pullback has already ended. I have no idea. All right, let's go back to my Twitter. Also, the daily chart, right? Like I'm projecting that there's going to be a 9 on the 5th of the month, and that's going to pull prices down a bit. I don't know at what price it's going to happen in, but then there'll be a bigger 9 coinciding with, like, you know, a 7 or an 8. I'm hoping it would correspond to a 9, but then that won't happen until the very end of November. Is that possible? Sure. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'll do another video probably in 3 or 4 days. All right. And this was an error, right? I mean, you can see on the bottom I have a weekly, but that's a 4-hour chart, right? And I kind of explained that. This is the 4-hour candles. I put the wrong label on it, right? And but yeah, but you definitely want to check out my Twitter. Also, this was very interesting, right? So Bitso is trying to back out of the 2x agreement. I mean, come on, anyone that thinks that 2x agreement is going to have 80% of the miners, you're delusional. You're absolutely delusional. 2x is going to be like to me, B-Trash is a failure. To some people, it's not a failure because, oh wow, it's gone up in price. Okay, it doesn't matter. No one gives a shit about that currency. All right. But anyway, that's pretty much it. This is my update. I think my car should be here any minute, waiting for a text message. But anyway, I got about 3 minutes. I'll glance at the live chat, see if there is maybe one interesting question. How many live viewers I have? I have almost 700 viewers. I don't know. Let me see here. How can Bitcoin holders break the back of SegWit 2x backers? You know what? Just get a node. Get a node. Download bitcoin.org, full node. Okay, here, do this. Bitcoin full node, right? Just Google it. They're running a full node. You know, run a full node. Go get a full node. All right, get the latest node. 0.15 point something, right? Like when I get home, I'm gonna check on my node. Run a full node. That'll help. How much would it cost to get all the material about your indicator and your knowledge about how to use it by consulting. I try not to do more than 1 hour of consulting with anyone. I have absolutely no need for repeat business. And I mean, just go to my consulting side of my website. Like I just try to provide as much information as I can. I don't really want to be making money from people, you know. I mean, I'm doing okay. I don't really need it, but I also can't give any more away because then I'm going to have 1,000 people emailing me every day, and I still don't have the assistants. But anyway, you know, read the consulting section of my website and email me. Do you think we'll get another rally after the correction on the 5th of November? Well, yeah, obviously, right? Because right here, if we pull back, on the 5th of November, I have more up arrows. So yeah, I'm looking for another rally. Video on the CME Group futures. I did that. 2 days ago. Just look back at my prior videos. I talked about the CME futures. Also take a look at my crypto scam episode. I have a crypto scam episode about gold manipulation with Andy Hoffman. So go ahead and check that out as well. Is there a video how to set up the TD indicator? I mean, no, I'll just email you directions. It's very simple. Is there a video on how to use it? I have videos. I haven't uploaded them anywhere yet. I got to figure that out. Okay, I got a donation with a question. It says, recently I bought a Trezor, but when I told my hacker friend, he said to me, I don't trust any third party with my private keys. Is Trezor safe? I believe a Trezor is pretty safe. I have Bitcoin on my Trezor, but I have been very hesitant in using any hardware wallets until very, very recently. I have similar concerns as your friend as well. So I don't know. Look, securing Bitcoin is equally as difficult as securing nuclear energy. All right. So look, we do the best we can. All right. Someone says Bitcoin is $12,000 in Zimbabwe. I don't believe that to be true. It might be $12,000 in Zimbabwe when you're selling it, you know, $20 worth of Bitcoin. So you're charging people like a 40% premium on a very small amount. I can guarantee you that if someone with US dollars wanted to buy an entire Bitcoin in Zimbabwe, they would not be paying $12,000. They would be paying a lot less. All right, guys, I'm just going to turn off screen share. I'm going to say hi to you guys. I got to get to the airport. I'm assuming my car should be here any minute. And I will see you on the next one, though I have no idea when the next one is going to be. Good luck trading. And maybe I'll see some of you at Scaling Bitcoin. If not, I'll see you on my YouTube channel. Bye, guys.